I was going to say my mantra has always been like for many, many decades. I rather the pain of discipline rather than pain of regret. So the discipline really is exactly the list that, what's his name? Mr. Pink?
Yes, Daniel Pink.
Daniel Pink offered, right? That's the discipline where you actually look at the things in your life. You write them down. You spend time, because the thing is this, when we feel regret, we want to run from that feeling. When we feel pain, we want to run away from that. We want to,
which is kind of paradoxical because we wind up staying in that feeling over and over and over again.
Exactly. Right? That's the thing. So the discipline is saying, okay, I'm not going to do what feels comfortable for me. I'm going to sit down. I'm actually going to feel this fully. I'm going to think about it, and I'm going to use all of that energy and transform it into something that's going to help me grow. And then you don't stay and make the same choices over and over again. I find the people that find themselves in the same situations, they keep choosing the same thing, the same relationships, the same, right, over and over again. It's because they don't actually sit with this process, and they aren't actually looking at their mistakes or their errors and saying, okay, how is this really informing me to do better or to be better?
Absolutely. And that's so beautiful, because unless you optimize your regret, in the words of Daniel Pink, you're not growing. How do we grow? We grow mostly from the mistakes that we make. And again, like I said before, and I think that's the most beautiful part of life. We are not, as we spoke about in previous podcasts, meant to be perfect. We're meant to be flawed and mistaken and regretful in the right way, in the optimized sense of it. And then we're growing all the time. And then the point is that then you never look back. You shouldn't be looking back and saying, oh, I fell there, I elevated there, I made a mistake, terrible mistake there, but then I fixed it, or I fixed some of it. No, it's all leading upwards in the process of me becoming the best version of myself. And that necessitates mistakes, failures, optimized regret so that I don't repeat them.
And by the way, this even applies to the really, really bad things maybe somebody has done. Let's say that somebody killed someone, even it was accidental. Let's say an accidental thing, right? And then they regret leaving the house that day. If I hadn't done it this way, or haven't, right? We go back and like we rewind. If I had just done this, if I had woken up, or the night before, if I didn't, whatever, right? Even with really bad things, yes, there will be consequences to our actions, but you aren't meant to suffer and stay in perpetual pain for the rest of your life. That's just not the purpose of any human being. So even with that, it's to really look and say, okay, well, what even how can I see this in a different way? There's always a silver lining.